Hi, it's Patty at Thronatiska. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about the ear. And the ear is really special in the way that it's structured so that we can hear things. There's a lot of complicated stuff. So the first thing that we notice about a person's ear is this cartilage right here, our outer ear. And our outer ear is shaped in a certain way so that it can catch sound vibrations as they come towards our ear. And as a matter of fact, you know, different animals have different shaped ears. Like little rabbits, they have the great big ears like this, and they can kind of turn their ears to hear different ways. We have these little muscles in our ears that are structures and muscles very similar to rabbits' ears. However, our muscles have lost the ability over evolutionary time to turn our ears different directions because we don't need them to do that. And so we call these vestigial structures right here in our ears. So we have the same types of muscles that those animals with big ears have that turn their ears, but we can't wiggle our ears like other animals can. But we have a very complex ear, so we don't have to worry about turning our ear different directions like other animals do. Now, if you stick your finger in your ear, you're going to be putting it right in here into this auditory canal. So sound is going to come in through here, it's going to funnel right into this auditory canal. This little blue piece right here is called the eardrum, and it's the little membrane that's like the covering of a drum that kind of beats. Now, it's going to cause this little hammer to move. The little yellow thing is called the hammer, and there's an anvil right here. So the hammer, whenever it's moving, it is striking the anvil, and this is called a stirrup. So you can see it looks like a horse stirrup. So these three teeny tiny bones are actually bones. They're the smallest bones in the human body, called the hammer, the anvil, and the stirrup. And what they do, it's called percussion. When the sound, when the air vibrates, and they're going to cause vibrations into this cochlea here. And there's all these little nerves, these little nerve endings that are going to pick up these sound vibrations and send it through. This is called the auditory nerve. It's going to be sent to our brain, and our brain is going to translate that into things that we understand, like words, sound, music. And you see we've also got these funny things up here. These are called semicircular canals. And if you look at them, they're these little tubes or little canals. There's liquid in them. And they play a really important role in our balance. So whenever you go around and around in circles, or if you're really old and you get on a swing set, like you think you're maybe 10 years old and you're not 10 years old anymore, we get kind of dizzy. That's because the liquid inside these semicircular canals gets to moving around and we get unbalanced. So understanding a little bit about sound and sound waves, what makes sound is the vibrations of the air, okay? And now, whenever we talk about light waves travel like this. But sound waves, they're called longitudinal waves, like long, longitudinal waves. And they beat together. And so you can hear, usually a slinky is the best way to illustrate sound waves. So you can actually hear the air molecules beating together. Now, the frequency is the distance between these, it's called rarefactions and compressions, okay? Rarefaction, compression. So that's the frequency. Now, if you have a piano or a string that is very short, it has a high frequency or a high pitch. And the reason for that is because you've got a very short frequency beating together. On the other hand, if you have a very long string, The frequency is very long and it sounds, the pitch is very deep. Okay, so the exciting thing whenever we look at the big picture is there's air molecules all around us beating, 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 and they come into our ear and they come in there and they're going to hit the hammer, which is going to strike the anvil, which hits the stirrup, and it causes vibrations in the cochlea and sends all of those signals to our brain, and then we can interpret what we're listening to. I hope that you have a wonderful day.